Among the 500 international runners arriving in Addis for this year's event is a group of fun runners raising money for an Irish sight charity. On the way to one of the hospitals being helped by ORBIS International, their director Claire O'D explained how important the Great Ethiopian Run has been to their efforts.
Over the last 5 years, we've brought over 300 people to the Great Ethiopian Run, and we've raised over $500,000 for our trachoma eradication project.
And we're on our way to one of the local hospitals, so is this one of the key places where you've focused your energy and your support?
Yes, it is. It's an ORBIS supported hospital. At the moment, one of our board directors of ORBIS Ireland, he's an ophthalmologist. He's actually been here for the past week, and he is actually training local doctors and nurses here in this hospital that we're going to see now.
Visiting the hospital is a chance for these fundraisers to see where the money they're raising in the Great Ethiopian Run is being spent.
So Rob, we're now coming into what was for quite a number of years the only paediatric ophthalmology unit in Ethiopia.
Wow. Every year this facility has up to 500,000 patients through its doors, many of them with cataracts or other eye conditions, which in a lot of cases could leave them blind.
If you go back some years back in Ethiopia, eye care was not known at all, I can say. So in a rural area, people just accept being blind. They consider it as a curse. But now, over the last 10 years, the information, the human resource development, the work of NGOs like ORBIS has opened up. So people now have a clear understanding about eye care. They can go to a health facility, do examination, and get treatment. That's a huge advancement in Ethiopia.
To see the work being done here, I meet Garom and his parents.
Salam, Garom.
Salam.
Very strong handshake, very strong. Garom is happily colouring in, yet just a few days ago he lived in a world of almost complete darkness. He's wondering what we're doing here, but Garom is a really good example of how well the ORBIS money and expertise is being spent. Garom is just about to turn 5 and he had bilateral cataracts, which the doctors told me meant he was totally blind. And here he is, doing his first colouring in, and apparently he's making great progress. Garom is one of dozens of children who have their sight saved here every year. For many of the patients, the work is also life-saving. If untreated, 50% of people with trachoma alone die within 2 years of going blind. For two of the ORBIS fundraisers on the visit, seeing the work here firsthand has reaffirmed their reasons for coming to Ethiopia and taking part in the run.
My father was a doctor and he was a big supporter of ORBIS. He saw the hospital when it was in the UK and he passed away last year, and so it's up to me to carry on his work and to get the name out to as many people as possible, to keep raising the money, because he was a regular donator. He was very, very keen on eye charities and ORBIS in particular because of the amazing difference that it makes to people's lives.
It's been amazing to see this in the flesh. This was a spur of the moment thing a little bit for me to take this on. I heard about it through word of mouth. It's a weekend in Addis Ababa. Not the type of thing you do every day of the week, but to be able to come here, arrive this morning and see the way they are spending the funds that we've raised in a very concerted and focused way, and seeing the immediate results that they're producing in the community is absolutely fantastic and exciting and fantastic.
Ethiopia is clearly a country heading in the right direction. For every patient here, there are many more still needing to be helped. But more work than ever is being done in Ethiopia to change the future for millions of people. As the mass of the Great Ethiopian Run finishers stream across the line, the runners raising money for charity complete their first ever 10K at 2,300 metres above sea level.
I'd say in golfing parlance, I played the front nine to my handicap, but I crashed and burned in the back nine, but I finished it.
That was from my dad, and the atmosphere is fantastic.
It was absolutely sensational. It's just a euphoria all the way through. It just carries you along on this wave of goodwill and good humour. I've seen so many people that are twice my size finishing in front of me, and I don't know how they do it, but it was a euphoric 1 hour, 12 minutes.